everyone, I am back for vlog every day in April. So I want to welcome everybody that's new, and I want to say thank you to all my current subscribers that have been here with me. Love you all. I do have comments to reply to, which I will get to. I was going to do this last night, and I don't even know what to call it. I don't, but I'll show you. Let's talk about the importance of reading a pattern, shall we? My Serge Dream Coat is my dream to make. I am crazy in love with that coat. I've shown it and shown it and shown it. Talked about it, talked about it, talked about it. And last night, as part of my 100-day project, I have started it. For those of you who are new, let me just show you what the Serge Dream Coat is. Gorgeous, right? Absolutely stunning. So I decided to start my Serge Dream Coat last night. And I did. And I made my first panel. Let's talk about this. This is done in Red Heart with Love and a 3.5 millimeter hook. And all it does, no matter how careful I am, is split. There's a bunch of those bumps everywhere. Okay, now, even if this wasn't going to go into the fair to get judged, I'm not putting all this work into something that's half-hineyed, okay? Not my forte. So, I read the pattern after I start it, after it's my thing to do, and it says, look at that style of it. Oh my God. See, I'm going to make the fairy hood, and I love those colors together. It says that, the gauge, using your desired yarn and an F hook, chain 37, half double crochet and second chain from hook, and each remaining for 36 stitches. Rows 2 to 20, chain 1, half double crochet across. Your 18 stitches by 13 rows should be 4 by 4. So when you count 4 across, you should have 18 stitches. I had 16. So that means if you have less, your tension is looser than me, go down a hook. If I'm already splitting at a 3.5 with a 4 weight yarn, which is what this pattern asks for, a 4, what do you think is going to happen at a 3 weight? So I said, okay, maybe it's the yarn. So I used the blue Vanna's Choice and went up a hook size. Why, I don't know. But I did, and it split too. So I'm like, okay. So I went on to the pattern on Ravelry, and I went to the people that did it. Come on, camera. And a lot of them have used mandala and a 4 hook. And I'm like, oh! So, at this stage, I'm going to say I bit off more than I could chew. However, I'm going to pull out my mandala. I love Chimera and Warlock. I might do them together, or I might do just one of the colors. I'll decide as I pull them out, because they're similar. And those are the colors I was going for anyway. And I'm going to try it with those and see. And another thing the pattern said, this coat winds up being very, very heavy. I'm going to tell you right now, holding this in my hand, I can't imagine the weight of all of these. This is heavy. It's heavy. It's a thick, it makes a thick fabric. It is, you can feel weight here. I should have read the pattern and I didn't, but I'm not giving up on it. I am obsessed with this coat. I really want to do this coat, especially with that long fairy hood. I'm crazy over it. So I did, instead of replying to comments, sat and searched out other coats to make for the fair, just in case this doesn't work out for me. I saved them in my favorites. And I'll tell you which ones I'm kind of looking at. The Titania Pixie jacket is really cute. Really cute. I like that a lot. And I could do that. That one's really sweet. There's one that I love, absolutely love, but it's done in Tunisian, and I've never done Tunisian, and I don't really see me doing a new stitch right now when I'm working on all these projects. If it was my only project for the fair, I could throw myself into just that. But because I have these other things I'm doing and none of them are small projects, I can't focus on just that. For next year I can. Like I could start a coat like that after this fair and learn Tunisian crochet and go from there, because it's called Elf Coat. Oh my god, I'm crazy over it. It's done by Regina Wise. It's actually a free pattern, and it is on Ravelry. It looks knit. When I saw it was crochet, I'm like, no way, that's knit. But what it is the gauge is 9 stitches and 10 rows equals 2 inches in Tunisian knit stitch, and they're using a 6.5 millimeter hook. And I don't know what size Tunisian. I would have to look at the pattern. So I'm crazy over that, but again, I don't know how to do Tunisian, so that's not happening. The other thing I picked out was a motif jacket, a boho Ibiza cardigan, a pixie coat, there's a modern elegance by Drops, a bluebird by Drops, and a fairy queen coat. That's really nice. It's like a pineapple bottom. That one is done in, oh, and a boreal coat. That one is done in sport weight, a 4.25 millimeter hook, and it is gorgeous. It really is. It has a ribbon lace tie up in the back. It's stunning. She did this in cream, white, whatever. It's gorgeous. And it takes 1,500 yards of sport weight. But before I go and pick another pattern, I'm going to try this pattern again in mandala. So please pray for me, because I really want to make that coat. As for the Liberty quilt, I'm booking right along. I made 10 more squares last night. I could have done more, but I wanted to start in the dream coat. So yeah, so I have this many squares so far for my quilt. And these are easy breezy. They're just little 3x3 grannies. And I made this while waiting on Wynn to call me to go pick them up. A granny dish rag out of my new cotton cone. Love it. And 2 things that I ordered from Walmart have arrived. That is the Lotus Blossom shawl and a ball, and the Crochet Stitch Bible. I'm going to link Dina because she's the one that showed this. I didn't even know it existed. And I liked it for a lot of reasons. One of my biggest reasons is this. That it shows the... I'm going to get in trouble. It shows the chart and then what the symbols mean. And I have been wanting to learn symbols for a long time because there's a lot of patterns I see that I would love to do, but I can't do them because I don't know the symbols. So that prompted me to seek this book out, and it's a really nice book. So Dina, I want to thank you for that. I ordered another, I think I have 2 more books, let me look, coming from Walmart. The Complete Crochet Course, Krista at the Secret Yarnery raves over that book. So I thought, may as well grab it. Did I get another book? I'm not sure. So, eventually, like Dina said, I said this in another video when I ordered my my cross stitch. That one book I bought a couple months ago, I had said eventually I want to design some things, and that is my goal eventually, because you know I need more on my plate. Okay, where is my track orders? Okay. Complete crochet course, crochet Bible. That's all I got. Yeah, that's all I got. And I have 2 more skeins of yarn coming. I have everything else I got from Walmart. I'm not seeing what, where's, they changed this stupid Walmart thing. I got my 2 lotus blossom. I got my plant. I have my crochet course coming. Let me go to details. This is making me nuts. I ordered 6 items. Lotus blossom. Order received. Order received. Okay, delivered. 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 I guess I ordered 3 lotus blossoms. Now that I'm thinking of this, I ordered 3 lotus blossoms. So they owe me, and get this, they sent 2 of the lotus blossom skeins, 1 in a box. Like, okay. And now they're sending me the 3rd in a separate box. Strange. It's a waste if you ask me. And I have the complete crochet course. I paid $16.42 for the complete crochet course and $12.71 for this. So that's what I have coming from Walmart. Now, let's talk about my Liberty quilt, shall we? I also didn't read that. So, I start stitching, okay? And let me see if I can show you what I saw, why I panicked. Okay. Okay, so my pattern goes, okay, and then it comes over here and it goes 2 color square, okay? But it has all this in between and then all this in between. So I'm looking, and I panicked. I only had 2 rows of this square, okay? So rather than read the pattern that says your square should measure 3 by 3, Nitwit panics and types Liberty quilt and finds it on Ravelry and purchases it. Then I print the pattern and it's only the same thing this is, and I'm like, wait, what? And I look and I'm like, oh my God, it's only supposed to be a 3 by 3 square. Well, I never would have told Shelly because I love her and I would never want to hurt her feelings or make her think she sent me an incomplete pattern. That was just going to be our little secret. So what I did was, when I told her about it and I said, I'm going to re-gift this pattern to you. So basically I bought the pattern for Shelly and re-gifted it to her. So it worked out well. because she had mentioned that she wishes she might have kept it for herself, but she wouldn't know when she'd get to it. Well, now she don't have to worry. And what I'm going to do with this, because it has sentimental meaning to me, besides the fact that it's beautiful and it's an older pattern, I'm going to frame this and I'm going to hang it, or just keep it in my, I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to hang it. I'll probably hang it over here because it's from my friend Shelly and I can have it as a keepsake. So it worked out for the better. But if there's anything y'all want to take away from this, read your pattern before you begin. And I will tell you, I hate to read. When I was a kid, apparently I read all the time. I must have read myself out. I'm one of those people that will look at something and put it together by sight as opposed to directions. Now, of course, I couldn't do that with a pattern. That would be absurd. But like, there's, you know, like if I'm putting together a shelf or something, if there's a lot of screws in that, of course I have to see what goes to where. But you know what I'm saying. There's things I can look at and go, oh, that goes there, done. I get it. Oh, my juicer. I figured out how to put that together without looking at the directions. Things like that. I don't need to look at how it goes to figure it out, because I don't read, and I guess through the years, I've taught myself how to do this and not have to read. I hate to read, to be honest with you. That's why it's not that I don't read my comments. I'm not big on the typing. I'd rather talk. You know what I'm saying? I would rather talk than type. But I do read my comments, and I love reading my comments, so don't nobody take that wrong. I just don't like reading instructions because it seems like they're never ending. I don't know. I know I'm weird. I'm a very weird person at times. Chucky tells me it all the time. You're weird. You're weirder. You married me, so what does that say about you? So yeah, that's my conundrum of not reading patterns and getting myself into trouble. So I'm hoping that this works out with mandala. I'll do a couple of panels, see where we're at. And if it's not working out, I'm just going to hold off on it till next year and pick a different one. Because I don't want to have it be my only focus, because there's other projects I showed that I would really like to enter into the fair. They did say, and I'm crocheting just over a year. They did say that that pattern, even an advanced crocheter, it's tricky. It's a lot of, it can be stressful. You have to constantly measure your gauge and make sure you're right on, because if you don't, you mess up the entire coat, which I understand that. That's, you know, you got to follow it for a wearable. I mean, there's things you can fudge, but something like that, you're not fudging. You get it right or you're done. And that's, like I said, a lot of work to just fudge and finagle. So I'm not going to even bother with that. So I hope you don't mind me doing my nails here. I don't know how my nails get so funky. They grow so fast. Oh, I got to say, I did my celery juice again this morning. But when I woke up, I noticed that my belly was way flat. And I'm like, wow, that's great for a change. The other day I was 189. Then I came down to 187. Then I went back up to 188. And I didn't weigh myself for a day and a half. And I stepped on the scale this morning. 182. Woo! So I'm happy about that. Now I won't weigh myself for a day or two. I'll let it be. When I first got my gastric bypass, I weighed every day. And it was not to frustrate myself. Some get frustrated, and I don't know why. As long as the scale's going down and not up, what are you getting frustrated about? But it was, I wanted to see it when you couldn't see it. Like when you couldn't see the weight loss on yourself, you could hop on that scale and know at least you lost a pound. But I'm going to tell you, as a person that lost, well, okay, I weigh 182 today. My high was 198. It's 117 pounds. I can feel it if I lose a pound or if I gain a pound. I know every time. I know it. I can wake up and go, shoot, I'm up. Or wake up and go, yes, I'm down. And I get on that scale, and you can ask Win every time I'm right. When you lose that much weight and you get, I'm quite a bit smaller. I'm a whole person smaller. You feel it immediately. There's a lot of gastric bypass patients that, and sleeve patients, bariatric patients, period, that they start eating what they're not supposed to eat. They let bad stuff creep back into their life. They do the in moderation nonsense, and next thing they know, they're gaining weight, and they say they don't know how. I call BS, because I'm telling you that I can, from the first probably 50 pounds I lost, I can tell you when I'm up or down. Now, I'd fluctuate, but I never gained weight back. I never gained the weight. Fluctuating is normal. That's not considered weight gain or weight loss. That's considered, I see fuzzers flying. That's just the normal, even somebody who didn't have weight loss surgery, it's a normal occurrence. And you do this with your weight. But if I physically actually gained any weight, I knew it. If I physically lost weight, like for a couple days, I was 184. And I shot, this was before this surgery. This was back before I got my revision. That was the lowest I ever was 184. And I was that for like a day. And I shot right back up to like 189, 190. I knew it. When I woke up, I'm like, oh my God, I gained weight again. But I really never lost that down to 184, because I was never 184, but for 24 hours or less. So that was a fluke. My lowest that I maintained after my first surgery was 186 or 187, I think it was. Somewhere in there. I can't remember now. Go back to my videos and you'll see. And then I went back up to 193 to 197, and that's where I stayed for a year and a half. So that was my weight. And it wasn't that I gained. Even my surgeon said that. There was no weight gain here. You do, no matter how you follow the rules or what you do, you will gain back X amount of your initial most lost. It's the way of the surgery. Because your body kind of stabilizes, is I guess what happens. So my true weight and my true bottom line was the 193 to the 198. It was 198 was my highest since my original bypass. And I would bounce in between those 5 pounds for a year and a half. That was my true weight loss of gastric bypass. That was my maintenance weight, okay? And those 5 pounds meant nothing. They were just your normal fluctuate. So, once I'm done losing weight, which again, Chucky had to remind me last night because I was peeing and moaning. Actually, it was the night before. I was mad because my belly was big puffy again. And I feel like my chin's getting heavy. I see fat. And I'm getting mad. And I said, I'm a big fat cow again. And I'm calling myself names. And he's like, do you not remember the lowest weight you ever saw was 184? What is wrong with you? And you didn't even stay at 184. And I said, oh yeah, that's right. He said, what do you weigh right now? And that was 2 days ago. And I said, 186. He said, what the hell's your problem? So 2 days ago, I was 186. No, I was 187. I get numbers confused. I was 187 2 days ago because I was 189 the other day. And today I was 182.2. So Dr. DeMarco said, this is why I got the revision. I earned it because my numbers kept doing this or steady. They never went like this. Not one time. And that's why I get mad. I got mad at the weight loss people that were coming at me when I was giving good sound advice and telling them, if you follow the rules, you've got nothing to worry about. Nothing. Follow the rules. This is why I did it. Now, Billy, you said something in your video I meant to talk to you about. And this brings me to this. Your doctor told you the diet won't work. She's 100% right. If you go way back in my videos, I preach there's no such thing as a diet. Diets don't work. She's right, Billy. The only way you are ever going to keep weight off is change completely everything you do. You have got to low carb, no sugar, no fried stuff. I mean, I eat processed food. I eat lunch meat. I got to get my protein in. I can't live. I can, but, you know, I do eggs. I do cheese. I do lunch meat, beef sticks, protein bars, yogurt, sugar-free pudding with protein in it. I eat sugar-free poppies. I eat nuts. I eat vegetables and hummus. Or I take no flavor Greek yogurt and I put ranch powder in it. And I dip vegetables. I got to get my protein somehow. I'm not a big meat eater. I'll be honest, 100%. I eat turkey. I love turkey. The only chicken I'll eat is Tyson every now and again. I'll eat a pork chop here and there, but not much. I'm not big on meat, so I got to get it somehow. And I do Morningstar Farm stuff. I do. So, she's right when she said that to you. What she's saying isn't, your idea of a diet is not what she's saying. She's saying if you diet, you know, there's a reason why people say, I'm going back on Weight Watchers because 3 years ago it worked. It's a diet. And I say that because when you lose the weight, you go right back to what you did before, and now you've gained the weight back. Now you got to go back to Weight Watchers to re-lose the weight you lost. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. This is why I did a 2-year self-study, self-pep talk, self-research, self-everything, because I had to, in my mind, grasp the fact that if I do this surgery, this is forever. There is no going back. There's not. And there's no, I'm going to flub up today and restart tomorrow. Ixnay. No. Commit to it, do it, and do it right. Now, if you don't want to go surgery, you can do low carb, no sugar, no soda. Soda, diet, or regular, I don't give a hoot and heck, is trash. Sugar, stevia, my friends. Stevia, or nothing. Coconut sugar, erythritol for baking, Pyre or whatever, that's an erythritol. And they're all more natural and keto approved. And yes, I'm pro keto, 100% pro keto. I'm not saying you have to do all keto. I do bariatric / keto. I don't do bariatric keto. There's no such thing. I combine my bariatric plan with keto. Like, I haven't made one yet since my revision, but probably by the weekend, if not by next week, I'm itching for a keto cheesecake. And I'll do it on video, and I could eat that entire cheesecake if I wanted to. Obviously not in one sitting, but, oh yeah, that cheesecake ain't hurting me at all. Also, I'm going to make my keto bagels, and I make egg salad, or you could do lunch meat or whatever you want. And I can only cut a bagel in half and take a bagel and cut it into 4. I can eat a half of the quarter. Seriously. So I'm eating what, an eighth of like a piece like this with a tablespoon of egg salad, and my pouch is stuffed. You guys might be able to eat. They're filling. Chucky has a hard time putting down a whole keto bagel. And I make sugar-free jelly. Delicious. So if you want cream cheese and jelly on a bagel, go for it. There's so many ways, and this is what I'm saying now. Billy and I were talking, and Billy does eat healthy, but in order for you to lose more weight, Billy, you're going to have to change something up. Like Shelly, chime in here with me. Shelly was doing Weight Watchers, and she was saying to me, you know, it's just not working. I'm not losing weight. And I said, because, you know, I don't believe in Weight Watchers for one thing. I think this point thing is nuts. Just change the way you eat. You know, for me, I'll never hit 1,000 carbs. Or 1,000 carbs. Oh my Lord, have mercy. 1,000 calories. I don't come close to it. I didn't in the 4 years before my revision. I think the closest I came was 920 one time, and it was because I don't remember what I ate that was higher calorie. It might have been avocados. I had 2 avocados that day. They're really high in calories, but they're so good for you. And I was on an avocado kick. So even with that high calorie, I didn't even worry about it. My caloric intake should be 1,000 and under. I've never hit 1,000 since my original surgery. I haven't. Without surgery, I would say a female max 1,200. I would say a male max 14, 15. Now, I'm no doctor. I would ask your doctor for sure what caloric number you should hit daily. And I don't get the percentage and stuff, but I'm telling you that if you want to lose weight, non-bariatric, I would tell you right now, you should be under 40 carbs a day. In fact, 20 carbs a day is even better. And that's any carbs. Good carbs or bad carbs, I don't care. My carb count generally doesn't even hit 10. In fact, most days it might be 5. I don't touch carbs. I veer away from them. And the only reason I say that, like I'm having an Atkins shake right now with my cold brew coffee, and that Atkins shake has 2 carbs. So I'm at 2 carbs today. I've had my celery juice, and I have my Atkins with cold brew coffee, and I have some sugar-free salted caramel Jordan Skinny syrup. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 everything. It's perfect. And as a matter of fact, all them flavors I have, I add that instead of the lemon juice. That's what I flavor my cheesecakes with. Everybody loves my cheesecakes, and they're keto. I will do that on camera. But I don't know how crochet went to bariatric, but it's okay. Education for health and weight loss is always good. So I do have a lot of keto ingredients. If I make pizza, I either make fathead dough or I do cream cheese pizza crust. Or my favorite is portobello mushrooms, and I fry them up a little bit to get the moisture out, and then I bake them to dry them up a little bit, and then I pull them out, put the sauce I use is like 1 carb per 2 tablespoons, and you put your cheese and your pepperoni if you want it. I like peppers, but this last time I had pepperoni. And that's how we eat pizza. Or we do zucchini, either long ways or round, and we do it that way. Air fry your food. Get you an air fryer. That's all we use. I have that, it's a convection toast, bake, broil oven, and air fries. It does it all. That is what I use. My gas stove does not work. Only my burners work. And in the corner, I have that, I forget what it is that I bought. But you've seen it. That's what I use for everything. Everything. I make my bagels in there. I just made, okay, the dumb camera cut off and now it's back. So it's going to be spliced. I just made egg cups. I buy cartons of the egg whites so I don't waste the yolks, because the yolks are higher in junk. They're not good for you. And I bought in the bag, in the freezer bag, it's Hanover. It's kale, spinach, and chickpeas. Or maybe it's just kale and chickpeas. And I got all this at Walmart. And I got Morningstar crumbles. You can get plain or chipotle. And I take and I put a tablespoon of the crumbles and then a tablespoon of the kale chickpea mix, and then I pour in my egg white to just about the top, and I bake them in my oven there in muffin tin, and then I pull them out when they're solidified, and I sprinkle whatever cheese. I did Monterey Jack, and then I pull them out when my cheese is all melty. They're absolutely delicious, and they're all protein. The only carbs is like, what, 1 carb in the cheese? I think. I don't even think there's carbs in that. I have to look. They're pure protein. Chucky loves them. And he's a meat man. Those crumbles are meatless. Again, I don't like meat. So, there's so many ways that you can eat healthy and maintain. And like, I made supper the other night, okay? I made cauliflower. I boiled it. I put that jalapeno salt I showed you on it. And I took, either use Land O'Lakes or Kerrygold, no other butter, no margarine, none of that garbage. If you're going to use it, use the right stuff. And I put like a tablespoon of Land O'Lakes in the cauliflower with the jalapeno, mixed it around. I made a can of red beets, and I put a half a tablespoon of the Land O'Lakes, and I have thicker turkey breast slices that I got at Walmart in the freezer section, and the fridge section, sorry. And I put a little bit of olive oil, and I put them in the pan, and then I did the jalapeno salt over them, and I only fried them that they got a little bit brown. I didn't go crazy. And then we made sweet potato. I made sweet potato, and you use a little bit of your Land O'Lakes, and I have sugar-free brown sugar. You can get that from Truvia or Stevia, or Splenda, I mean. Truvia or Splenda. My recommendation is Truvia. It's better than Splenda. Splenda has a bad rap, and it's not keto approved. And no, I'm not full keto, but if I'm going to use stuff, I'm going to use the keto way, not just willy-nilly. And I do have Splenda here before I knew that Splenda wasn't the best, and I use it every now and again. Like, I'll put it in my purse with my teas when I'm out, because I don't like sweet and low and equal. So yeah, that's better than those choices. But there's so many ways, and, you know, Billy, if you're not going to go through with the gastric bypass, which I'm pro gastric bypass. Obviously, I did it twice. I got the revision in October. And again, the revision was so I could get the rest of the weight off. I have 30 pounds to go, and I have lost 17 of that 30 so far. So I'm closer to that goal. I lost more than half of that goal. And my surgeon said it's going to be a slow weight loss, because if you have 100 pounds to lose and I have 30 pounds to lose, you're going to lose a heck of a lot faster than I am. It's just the way the body works. So, yeah. Drink-wise, I try and get water in. I try, guys. I do. But I'm not the best at the water. I should. Yesterday and the day before, I did drink water. I am going to drink water today, because if you remember, I said I'm going to add that on to my 100-day project, because I do need to get water. I'm supposed to get 64 ounces a day of 5-calorie or under liquid. I do that. However, this new dietitian, which to me, let me tell you in a second what she said, that I don't believe anything she says. She said decaf does not count, or decaf is the only thing that counts towards the water goal. I still don't know why, because it doesn't dehydrate me. I'm 4.5+ years out, and I've never had a problem. And I drank coffee day of surgery in the hospital. They gave me coffee, broth, and water, period. That's what I had. Black coffee, but still, and it was not decaf. So my surgeon approved coffee day of surgery, because I told him I'll give up cigarettes, but if I have to give up coffee, I'm walking out here right now today. He said, you do not have to give up coffee. I said, and do I have to drink crappy decaf? He said, why would you? I said, I don't know. Well, this new dietitian, she says decaf. Well, let me tell you what else she said. I'm sitting there because I was 4 years out. My surgeon required I went to a nutrition class, and I was so happy to go to that class. I had to pay $75 for that class. I was so mad when I got out of that class. She didn't tell me anything I didn't already know, which, okay, that's the way it is. That I wasn't upset about. What I was upset about is this. Here's these people, heavy like I used to be, sitting there, headed for the surgery, their chance at a new life, their hope, their wishes, their dreams, sitting in their lap. And this nitwit stands there and tells them they can eventually add back white potatoes. That's one. She said a whole bunch of stuff that to this day I don't touch. Oh, rice, pasta. And I'm sitting there like, say, huh? And I kind of like raised my hand a minute and I said, I thought we weren't ever supposed to have rice, pasta, and avoid starchy vegetables of any kind, especially white potatoes. Well, everything in moderation. I'm sitting there like this. I was so angry. And then she said that, do not eat in between meals. And I said, well, when I get the crunchies, I love to nibble on celery or radishes. She said to me, not even radishes. They'll make you start wanting to eat and gain weight. This lady has these people's lives in her hand. And she is telling them, do not eat radishes or celery in between meals if you're hungry or want to crunch. But you go right on ahead and you add rice, pasta, and starchy vegetables, white potatoes, back on into your diet. It took me everything I have not to say, lady, let me tell you how this is. I am 4+ years out and you're wrong. You are giving crap advice to these people that are going to listen to you and you're sabotaging them before they even got the surgery. What is wrong with you? And as you can see, it frustrates and angers me that that is going on. And I didn't want to rock the boat and I didn't want to cause no trouble, but I did say to her, what are you telling these people afterward? She said, well, it's unrealistic to think that you can't add those things back into your diet. And I looked her right in the face and I said, and it's unrealistic to think that grown adults need a surgery to not shove food in their face. I needed that surgery to control me. That's unrealistic, that I had, my will had more power than my willpower. When you go to the extreme of gastric bypass or sleeve surgery, you're saying I relinquish control. I no longer have control of my facilities and I can't control what I put in my mouth. I'm sorry, but it's the truth. Had I not had that surgery, I might weigh 400 pounds by now. I'm going to lay it in the line for you. That's the fact. I was diabetic, headed for insulin. I was on my second high blood pressure med. I had edema so bad I couldn't stand 5 minutes and my feet looked like this. My pain in my back was so bad from the weight pulling on me that I would stand in the shower and by the time I got halfway through that shower, I was in tears. I could not walk an aisle in Walmart. My big butt needed a scooter. And even on that scooter, I had swelling in my legs and my back was in excruciating pain. Wynn had to help me to the vehicle. I'm 48 years old. I got that surgery at 44. It is unrealistic for people to get a surgery to take control of their lives. That's unrealistic. But stand up there and tell these people that are already facing the unrealistic and have to go to the extreme to get their lives under control. Go ahead and add that stuff that made you fat, immobile, unhealthy, unable to do things, hate what you see when you look in the mirror, go ahead and add that right back on into your diet. Every time I talk about this, steam comes out of my orifices. I could feel my blood pressure up here. I am living proof of the only solution is following the rules, with or without surgery. You have got to 100% change your life, or you're not going to succeed at any healthy plan. Billy, I say that because diet is a bad word. Diets don't exist. Diets are set up for failure. Period. That's what your doctor was trying to tell you. She is 100% correct. That's it. There's no magic pill. There's no even magic surgery. I have said this 100 times and I'll say it 100 more times. Anyone can get weight loss surgery. Go right on ahead. It's what you do with that tool that counts. The honeymoon period, which is the tools doing the work, lasts up to 15, 18 months, roughly. That first year to year and a half is when it's going to go psh. Then you now have to, what are you going to do? Are you going to be able to maintain that? Did you follow the rules? Did you only eat what you were supposed to eat? Did you only eat the amount you were supposed to eat? Did you stay eating the stuff that you needed for your body? Are you taking your vitamins every day? Are you getting your protein in? Are you getting your liquids in? I may not get water in, but I liquid all day long and night long. I always have something to drink, and I drink day and night, day and night, day and night. I'm always drinking. I've never been dehydrated. Once that honeymoon period's over, it's all on you. You. And that's why I stopped. You know, my banner was all about my weight loss, showing my pre, showing my after. You know, I came to the weight loss community and I was like, let me help you be a success. Let me tell you how I maintain. Let me be your partner and help you to get to where you need to be to reach your goals. And these people in the weight loss community that were under a year out came at me and were telling me I don't eat enough, that's why I never lost more weight. Or it's unrealistic for me to think, just like that nitwit dietitian said, that they can't eat in moderation. Well, you go right on ahead. And that same person that told me that, she gained weight 3 times in 10 months. She wasn't even a year out of her surgery, and she gained weight 3 times. I, at 4 years out, gained weight ixnay. But you go right on ahead and you think what you want to think. You don't need gastric bypass. You don't need sleeve surgery to be successful at weight loss. She also told me I needed to exercise. Well, honey, let me tell you what. I'm lazy. I don't like to exercise. I hate it. I'd rather sit and crochet or sit and be on the computer. I am lazy. I'll be the first one to admit it. I love to walk. If I start walking, you won't stop me. But it has to be a nice day and I have to get out there. But go to the gym? We're paying for the gym for 5 years and we don't go. But yet we pay $20 a month. We're stupid. But I keep saying, no, let's not drop it, because if we do, then I'll want to go and I'll start being a gym rat. Yeah, okay. Not going to happen, but we should cancel. We really should. Because in that 5 years, we've gone 4 times. That's it. 4 times. We were going a couple days, and then I got my, I had to go back in and get it was my kidney stones, and I couldn't do anything. And then we stopped for a while, and it was like 6 weeks till I could do anything. And then we went in again, and then I never went back after that. actually, we went 4 times. I probably went 8 or 10 because I went with my friend Shelly. So, yeah. And I'm sorry this video got so long, but this is why I get mad at people like Amberlynn Reed. I'm very passionate when it comes to health and weight loss and being real with yourself. You know, Halo Top. I've been eating Halo Top, and I'm going to tell you right now, Halo Top is not bad. Halo Top will not hurt you. I can have Halo Top, but I decided, and this is how I am, I decided that there's better choices. Let me make unflavored Greek yogurt with my Jordan Skinny syrup in. My favorite is maple bourbon pecan. Oh my God. And it's 0 carbs. It's the Faye I use, and then I add a couple pumps of the sugar-free, carb-free, calorie-free Jordan Skinny syrup, maple bourbon pecan, and I can freeze that, and there you go. That'd be a great popsicle or frozen yogurt. I decided that rather than keep eating Halo Top, which does have protein, it's very low in carbs, and it's absolutely out of this world, I decided I'm going to make better choices and make that Faye with the syrup with protein powder. You know, maybe freeze some Atkins shakes, you know, whatever. There's so many better choices I can make, even though I can have it. And that's the mindset you have to be successful in your weight loss. I'm going to cut this off here because I could go on and on and on. And I'm at 51 minutes. I want to say thank you all so much for being here, for being part of my channel, part of my life, always caring about when the kids and me, and I don't know what is going on with my frizzy hair, and just being part of us. We love you all. You're great. You're amazing. And being part of this community, one of the best things, I've done a lot of best things for myself in the last couple of years, starting with gastric bypass. Well, starting with quit smoking. I quit smoking before I even went to talk to them because I thought I had to. And if I could quit smoking, I could do this. And I was a pretty heavy smoker, 3 packs a day. Now I'm like, what? At the thought of a cigarette. Disgusting. No way. And that was 5 years. I'm very close to 6 years that I quit smoking. Is that right? It should be 6 years. It'll come up on my Facebook. And it'll tell me memory and how many years ago. But yeah. It's all in how bad do you want something, whether you achieve or not. And I really wanted to lose weight because if I didn't, I was going to die. It's just the way it is. I was getting more and more unhealthy, and I was getting more and more not wanting to be here. You know, God, why am I waking up just to be a fat bump on a lump? I cry when I get a shower. I'm worthless. You know, what am I here for? To be a burden to the people I love and Chucky? Doesn't make sense. You have the power to change if you want to. It's all in your court. So, I'm going to say that, and I'm going to bid you adieu. And I thank you all very much. And I hope everybody's doing great with their 100-day projects and their bingos and their April. I hope everything's going good. I will talk to you tomorrow. Again, I'm sorry this took a turn for I don't know what. I'm sorry. It's just very passionate about it. But what I was saying was I switched from the bariatric side of things and weight loss on YouTube to the crochet community, and it was the best thing I ever did. I was bariatric and crochet I would talk about on here, but when I switched to strictly crochet community with a little bit of bariatric and weight loss talk here and there, the people I have in my life now, I am eternally grateful for. The welcome and the kindness and the love and the camaraderie and the friendship and the family that this community affords everybody, can't beat it. It's amazing. So if you're new to the crochet community, welcome. great group of people, and you'll never be disappointed. And on that note, I am going to bid you adieu, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Everybody have a great one. Don't forget to check my Instagram. It'll be linked. I will be posting my 100-day project progress for day 2. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.